Hello everyone, it's Jim again. I'm going to be doing another reaction again, and this time I'm going to react to the report of the week, aka Review Bro, of his newest video that he just dropped yesterday. And the video I'm going to react to is called Little Caesar's New Old World Fanceroni Fanceroni Pizza Review. Well, it's obviously it's Fanceroni Pepperoni. But whatever, still it's still the same thing. So you just probably didn't put pepperoni on there. On this, you know what I'm at. So yeah, I'm gonna react to it. So before I start, I'm gonna give a disclaimer here. If you do not like the content I make, the reaction videos, or any of the other stuff I do on my channel, if you don't like them, then don't watch it go somewhere else. Because the only thing you're gonna be doing is giving me a view, and that's the damn truth, Ron. That's the damn truth. And nothing about the truth. So yeah. So now without further ado, let's get the video right now on to the video.
Hello everyone. This is Fanceroni Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome one and all to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah,
a pizza review today. Yes, indeed. In my case anyway, the long-awaited pizza review. I feel that when it comes down to the world of fast food, at least the main chains, the popular, highly frequented establishments, there haven't been too many new pizza-related releases as of late. And I will say, me personally, the pizza reviews are my favorite to do. Now, whether this item is good or not, obviously we haven't.
Hold on, Ron, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, Ron. Let's get back to the video. I just grab my phone because it's done fully charged.
Any sort of idea yet. We're gonna find out. Trying out an item from Little Caesars today. This is titled the Old World Fanceroni Pizza.
Fanceroni Pepperoni.
The Old World, right?
Oh yeah.
It's got 100 slices. That was a really bad joke. Here's the big catch about it. You have these different types of pepperoni.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen other names for this, but there's that type of pepperoni. It's very small, circular, and the edges of it will usually curl and it will become crispy, and they call that Old World pepperoni. And this pizza, they say, has not 10, not 15, not 50, 100 slices of Old World pepperoni. They say it is covered to the crust with the Old World pepperoni. So much so, because you think, what do you call a pizza that has what you would almost consider to be a pepperoni overload?
Oh yeah.
Pizza with extra pepperoni? Absolutely not. You call it a Fanceroni pizza, an Old World Fanceroni pizza. It's available at the price of $10, again from Little Caesars. So the big appeal, 100 slices of this Old World pepperoni stretching to the crust, and that's the big selling point. Again, for $10, it's hand-tossed pizza. I do want to mention, though, and I don't know how folks will prioritize it, but I do think that this is information that you need to know. This is a pizza that contains 3,000 calories. So that's just something to get out there. Here's the box. Pretty standard, I will say, though you can see the grease soaking through the bottom of the box. And let's open it up and take a look at the pizza.
Oh yeah.
So there it is. And this is what I mean about how the pepperoni curls at the edges and gets crispy. So there I am with it. And a very pepperoni-filled pizza. Now, if someone actually has the time and they want to count all the pepperonis, you're welcome to. I'm afraid I don't this time around, but I would wager at the very least it has a lot of pepperoni on it.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very pepperoni-filled pizza.
Sorry for
I'll
the
say this, it looks
everyone.
pretty good. Though, might it be even a little overboard, perhaps? Let's get a slice. So I'll try to get this slice. How's it cut? Let's see. No, it's actually cut pretty straightforward. That's good. And here's a close-up view of it. Again, the Ronies. Very green.
I don't think so. Apologies for the marinades. Sorry about that, everyone.
Greasy pizza, 3,000 calories. Lots of pepperoni. It's like a tentacle, like an octopus, right?
Oh, yeah.
But there's no octopus on this. These are just old world pepperoni. So, you know what's on it. I know what's on it. We all know what's on it. We all know what there is to it. Let's try it out. The old world Fanceroni pizza from Little Caesars going in. I just paused the camera just for the sake of time consolidation. So I'm just making my way through this slice. Here's a little cross-section as I reach the crust. Again, pretty hand-tossed. And you could see, that's what it looks like. There's the crust. So I'm just going to take a bite out of the crust, and then we'll get into the review itself. One thing that I want to mention real quick before I forget. I know that a lot of people kind of watch these videos. Some just watch it one-off just for a certain item. Other people maybe tune in regularly.
Oh, yeah.
Last video I did was for Arby's. It was for those fish strips.
Oh, the hush puppies.
I regret doing that review. I really do. Those are horrible. They tasted all right. They were average, but some people commented, and they were right, that there was something wrong with that fish, and you know, I felt it for a few days. It made me sick. It wasn't cleaned properly or something, but it was literal poison. I mean, it was literal poison. That's what you get sometimes. This, on the other hand, I'm not getting any sort of poison vibes from. That's the good thing there. Little Caesars, I know, when it comes down to how pizzas can be sometimes, Little Caesars, they get regarded quite a bit as like the economy pizza place. You go there for something that's really, you know, it could be really high calories, but for what you're getting, for what you're paying, you get a decent-sized pizza and a good amount of food for the price. But it's essentially one of those things, it's like, you get what you pay for sometimes. This, I'm happy to say, for the most part, is good. For the most part. Alright, the main selling point is obviously the pepperoni. Now first, let's just run through the rest of the pizza. This is a hand-tossed pizza. Has a little bit of substance to it, as you could see in that cross-section. It's not necessarily a thin and crispy crust pizza. However, it's not a doughy, deep dish pizza, but it does have a little bit of firmness to it, again, a little bit of substance. It can be a little chewy from one bite to the next, but by no means is it overwhelming at all. That's fine completely. The crust does have a little bit of a crisp to it, but it's not what I would define as a very hard, crunchy crust. It just has a little bit of a bake to it. So that also needs to be emphasized. The cheese, totally fine. A little on the greasy side, but I think a lot of that also has to do with the pepperoni, and the sauce is as robust as ever. Always a good addition to the pizza. Now here's the one thing, and I mentioned the sauce last because it's going to be tied into this analysis here. The old world pepperoni, and here's a loose piece of it that I could show you. You could get a good look at it right there. Alright, that's what it looks like. Again, it's kind of cupped. It's like what you'd see on an octopus.
Oh yeah.
And it curls at the edges and has that little bit of a crisp to it. I've always enjoyed the old world pepperoni. When Pizza Hut did the Detroit style pizza, that had that old world pepperoni on it as well. I'm not in focus. You could blame the old world pepperoni, I guess. And I enjoyed it. I like that crisp that it offers. What I've noticed is the old world pepperoni, though, maybe it's just the way that it is, I suppose. Always is a bit saltier, I notice. It seems like it's a saltier variety of pepperoni. Sometimes they could be a bit more spicy. There's always going to be that degree of saltiness. But these just seem a little saltier than average. I like that crisp. But here's the only thing. Some people, I think, will find this pizza to be too much of a good thing, per se. I like the old world pepperoni, but as I was biting into this, it gets relentless to a point where, okay, I could say this tastes good, I'm enjoying it, but it's greasy, it's oily, it's salty, and you get more of that, and more of that, and more of that, bite after bite after bite. And I think you could tell by the cross-section, this is not a pizza that's very heavy on the sauce. I think a solution to this, because as I said, as I was eating this, it's enjoyable, it's pretty good, but the only problem is, like I said, it's getting to be too much of a good thing. So the pepperoni just gets excessive after a little while. And I know you've had those items before where you're sitting there, you're eating, and you think, yeah, this is just a bit much, right? You have the first few bites, it's like, yeah, this is great, but then you get that next bite and that next bite, and it gets overwhelming. And that's the type of situation you find yourself in here. There's an easy solution, though. Their sauce is very robust. It's a very robust, bold tomato sauce. And this pizza itself is a bit light on the sauce, so you don't really see it getting canceled out. Here's what I would recommend, and I think this would solve this sort of overwhelming problem with the pepperoni and all of that. When you get this pizza, you don't even need to get it heavy on the sauce, if that's, maybe you don't want to do that. But I would get this with a cup of their marinara dipping sauce on the side. I've had that marinara sauce before. It's pretty much just like what you get on the pizza. Very bold, very flavorful. And I guarantee, if you get it with that marinara sauce, you have the cup there, and you just dip it in the sauce, which I think this is a pretty good pizza for dipping. That will be a good addition. It will accompany it nicely. And I have a feeling that that sauce will negate any of this overwhelming greasy or saltiness from all of the pepperoni. But by and large, I would rather sit here and, as my criticism, say that maybe it has too much of something, especially pepperoni in this case, as opposed to sitting here saying, you're paying $10 and you're only getting 10 pieces of pepperoni, and there's barely anything on this, etc., etc., because that's the way a lot of stuff goes at this point. You get less and less and less, and the quality just goes down the tubes. So it's actually nice, in a sense, after everything that I've been seeing, to be able to say, maybe it's actually got a little too much of a good thing, and for $10, you're getting a decent-sized pizza, and my goodness, I'll say this, you're getting your money's worth in terms of the toppings. It could just be a little overwhelming. Get that marinara sauce on the side, and I think you'll be set. Good deal price-wise, pretty good pizza. That one criticism I have, but otherwise it's pretty solid. And even that criticism is relatively minor because I see the solution being very easy and very practical to fix. So that said, out of 10, I'm going to be giving the Old World Fanceroni pizza from Little Caesars a 7.2 out of 10. Pretty good, all things considered. An enjoyable Little Caesars item. That's all that I have for you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm your host, the Report of the Week.
And I'm sorry I got it at the end. Sorry about that one.
Stay hidden.
So yeah, and that's the end of the video. I hope you guys like this reaction. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys do like it. If you don't, then I don't care. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn those notification bells on for every time I upload. And share my videos or react videos to your friends and family also if you want to. It's your choice. Because I ain't making it. So yeah. And don't forget to subscribe to the report of the week if you're new. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Subscribe. And we're on the road to 2K subscribers and maybe 3K subscribers. So yeah, and that's the end of this reaction video. And I'll see y'all with more banger reactions come. And I'll see y'all in the next time. Jeffrey Jones signing out. And peace out, Storyliners. Peace out, everyone.